get up and you need to move forward. Conclusion topic was, it was all my fault. But all of them had the same theme: Jesus. You see, even in every message, there was a testimony. And when it came to the concluding message, I heard the young man mention something about a dog. And sometimes even the dogs will eat the crumbs from the master's table. But I'm often reminded when he said that, I start thinking about my dog, German Shepherd I have. Every time I feed this dog, he looks at the food and then he looked back at me. Hadn't been one day that went by that he looked at his food and then he turned around and looked back at me as though I ain't done enough. But Jesus done paid the price. That's why I can say, Father alone will knows all about it. Father alone with, he understands why. You see, somebody is going through something tonight. Somebody has been in a bad situation, and they know that if it wasn't for the Lord on their side, they know that they didn't get to where they are on their own accord. Somebody done lied on somebody. Somebody done turned their back on somebody. But Jesus is saying, come unto me. Come unto me. He said, cheer up, my brother and sister. Just live in the sunshine. Say it'll be all right after a while. Folks might turn on you, but I never leave you nor forsake you. Folks might scandalize your name, but that's all right. I got your back. Somebody need to come to Jesus right now. If it's not just for a word of prayer over your life, somebody need to surrender their life to Jesus right now. I don't know if it is that you need to rededicate yourself to Christ, but somebody needs to come right now. All these powerful messages, they were preached from the depths of their soul. And the Lord is speaking to somebody that they need prayer. And they need to come to Jesus right now. Come unto Jesus while you time. You don't have to join this church, but you need to come to Jesus. Make your mind. He will make life new, for he will come to Jesus while you have time. You see, I feel this in my spirit because I know the Lord has watched over each one of us. I know somebody that almost had an accident and the Lord spared them. We've had folks in my congregation that their vehicles flipped over, went down on the side of the embankment. God still spared their lives. Some of you done went to a service station and somebody was out to get you and you didn't know it. But they was almost, they didn't do anything to you because somebody was standing behind you. Some of you went to your local grocery store and you thought you just run in for a quick grocery or a quick soda pop or something, but God spared your life. A lot of us take for granted all the time and most of the time thinking we're doing everything on our own. But I can tell you God is a good God. He's a good God. I can tell you he's a good God, and I'm not going to stand up here and take long, but I can tell you I know he's good because when I came to Houston, I only had the clothes on my back. And I can tell you God is a good God because my first piece of furniture I climbed in the dumpster. I'm not ashamed. Y'all look at me now, y'all think I look okay? But I used to push a grocery cart along Gulf Freeway. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. I pushed a grocery cart along Gulf Freeway. I didn't have a car. I didn't have no clothes other than the clothes I came to Houston with. Y'all don't hear me now. I climbed in a dumpster in the middle of the night, pulled an old couch out of the dumpster, put it on my back, carried it to my apartment. It had holes in it, but somebody else's trash was my treasure. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. And because I didn't give up on God, God didn't give up on me. But when the Spirit of God says move, you ought to move. The young lady said, get up and move forward. And somebody is sitting down on a blessing that the Lord has for them right now because they acting as though they too ashamed to come before the people of God and let them know and surrender their all to God. But I'm here to tell you the only way you can get through some of the things that you're going through is surrendering your attitude and your way. But this same God, if what he's done for me, he'll do the same for you. I'm not ashamed to let people know where I came from. I'm not ashamed, brothers. I'm not ashamed, sisters. I'm not ashamed to tell it. And see, a lot of them too young to understand that I used to go to the outhouse. But now I have things in the house. I don't have to go to the outhouse. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand about when we had to go to the farm and we had to pop the chicken's neck. Y'all don't understand. Y'all just go to the refrigerator and get what you want. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand how I used to have to slop hogs and clean hog pens. Y'all don't understand, but God is changing us. And we can say, look what the Lord has done for me. Look how far I've come by faith. God's grace and mercy has washed over me. And I'm going to take my seat because I know I've extended this invitation. But don't be the one that you should have got up, that should have, would have, could have stuff, and go out and then sit in your car and something happened, or somebody call you and something has happened when you could have stood in the gap for somebody. Because God has commissioned and called you, but yet still you sitting down and won't move. So I'm going to say right now, God is still in the blessing business. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. But most of all, I've learned through all of my life since I've been in Houston, and a lot of people don't know that I'm a law enforcement officer. And I've had to lay hands on folks in the natural. But God has commissioned me to lay hands on the spirit. We, as children of God, must learn how to surrender and don't be ashamed. Surrender and don't be ashamed. Because when the Spirit of the Lord falls on you, you have to submit your will and way to Him. So it was ours to offer, yours to accept, and yours to receive. May the Lord have a blessing upon all the words that have been shared on tonight. Amen. Amen.